distributor applications. Most of what I've talked about has not been about increasing the flow, it's about stopping the flow out. It's about plugging the hole in the bucket. I know that it's hard work to sponsor people. It's not easy to recruit. What I want is to have a larger percentage of those people who join us stay in the business. Not just stay in the business, but become profitable. That's the target here. And it's a target that I know that we can hit. I absolutely know it. Okay, more rapid flow distributor applications. Large percentage of people placing appropriate initial orders based on an institutionalized process that considers goal, financial circumstance, willingness to work, and proper business building strategy. Next is to create an auto-ship foundation that becomes sacred. Now, I want you to know that there are multiple reasons for everything I teach. That auto-ship foundation, in part, will become stable if my participant is selling the juice. I promise you that it will feel differently to him. Auto-ship becomes more solid when there is a cash return for the order. And until you've done it, you won't know how true that is. When you start to do it, you'll find out. Auto-ship will become more solid if you begin selling the juice as opposed to giving the juice. It will change the way that the auto-ship foundation starts to take shape. 4 is very, very simple. You acquire the R3 Global Starter Kit as well as the company business building tools. 5 is to create a institutionalized process to have people moving in the right direction on the bridge of belief as it relates to network marketing, as it relates to Monavi, as it relates to themselves. 6 is to create an initial candidate list, but the skill is to so live your life so the candidate list stays in front of you. 7 is to learn how to invite. That's magic. It's critical. I can't overstate the importance. 8 is to learn how to present the business within the context of your own skills as they exist, recognizing that we all have a need to develop new skills. 9 is to really understand the toolkit, to really understand it, to know that there's a first and a second and a third level value for every piece. And the primary purpose of the invitation is what? Is to learn how to invite. Secondary purpose, 90 and 90, 90 and 90, 90 and 90, is to hold you in the business while we develop the skills. Because most people will have to develop some new skills and some new character attributes to start to become profitable. They want you to stay in the process and begin learning. And then 10 is to act upon all this information and conduct 2 home business presentations in the next 2 weeks. So all of that is the getting started process. I know that my time is now shot, so I'll just tell you that if there are 2 gifts that I've given to the industry, one of them is the emphasis that I place on the invitation, because I think there's nothing more important. There's just nothing more important. The people that I know who really succeed, they learn how to invite, and they have a process where the invitation is being taught in their groups. I mean, that's just, I wish so much. I wish all of you could see what our business is in Israel right now. Israel is the best example right now of this process being taught as close to what I just taught to you, being institutionalized among the group. And I'm telling you, the auto-ship foundation is so dead solid. The average order size is exactly what I want it to be. I mean, the business is almost the perfect little picture of what a properly constructed network marketing company business should look like. And it is the most correct iteration of what this process is. And that's because the people who are operating the business there, they're primarily people who I've taught and coached for a while. And so this process is obviously easier for them to integrate because they've been doing it for quite a while. Okay, staying started is the second great gift that I've given the industry. Getting started and staying started is not the same thing, right? It's a very different thing. Now, to your great credit, you didn't quit, right? And that's a great thing, but the question is, have you stayed started? You know, last week, did you invite some people to see the business? Last week, did you do a home business presentation?
I invited, but no presentation.
Okay. Well, all right. So, getting started is one thing, staying started is yet another. Many of you in this room would not pass the measure of what I consider to have stayed started. Not quitting is not the same thing as staying started, right? Being actively engaged in the business building behaviors is something that a smaller and smaller percentage of people do as time goes on. The staying started manual is designed to do 2 or 3 things. First of all, it's the final backstop. Final backstop. Randy, I promise you this. At least once, maybe more than once, the time is going to come when you desperately want to quit. I won't ask too much of you, but I do ask you one personal favor. On the day when you really want to quit, the favor I ask of you is that you listen to this CD and review this manual before you quit. You want to do that? Do you promise? On the day you most want to quit, you're going to do that. Okay. That is an extraordinarily effective and important backstop. And you know, it takes a lot to bring a person into the business. I don't want people to quit. Neither do I want them to stay involved and struggle. But I want them to work past the problem, whatever the problem is. The staying started manual. Remember again, I choose my words carefully. If we're learning how to do something at the very basic level, then we use a workbook, right? This is the getting started workbook. But if I take my car to the Mercedes dealer, They don't pull out a workbook.